Not even a little bit.
I just grew it for you guys.
We're recording. I had to let you do that first. So, hi, welcome to the first webcam edition of our podcast, because we're all equipped and we're all ready to go. And Caleb, we can't hear you, thankfully.
Right, let's keep it that way. That'd be great. Let's be off to a great episode already.
Yeah, I love it.
So...
Caleb, we can't hear you.
Yeah, we really can't hear you.
Oh, there we go. It's back now.
There you go.
We're keeping that
right.
in. We're not doing it again.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you guys
great
like
2 minutes.
No. But you have a weird perception of time.
Right.
That was about 10 seconds.
I felt like 2 minutes when she's not talking.
This webcam idea was shaping up to be.
Oh my god.
I actually do this when the webcam isn't on as well, so...
Yeah, but then we don't have to suffer it, so...
Oh, well, now
That's
you
true,
suffer
right.
it and the audience. We suffer together, like a family.
Like a family.
That's the way it goes. That's the fam bam. We suffer together.
That is if we were like a Game of Thrones house, that would be our words. Fam bam, like a family.
Like a family.
Remember our words. Like a family.
Right. It's a circle, anyway.
Yeah.
Listen.
That would be the sigil, would be a circle. Just one
Sigil
circle.
be a circle.
Just one circle.
Just one circle.
No, I put like a triangle in there. In the circle.
That would look like a Deathly Hollow if you did that.
Oh, yeah, that would...
It would be an eye being poked
messed
inside
up
of a
my
circle.
whole thing.
Eye being poked.
How about an... This is a lot to think about right now.
Well, that
Okay.
could be an episode in and of
Like,
itself.
you're right. Let's not.
Yeah.
Let's not. It's not today.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
today's episode, we're actually discussing vacations because it's summertime.
Excuse you.
What?
Rude. How's everybody's day? How's everybody's week? How are you guys? How are you feeling? I care about how you feel today.
He's going to try to sell us something.
I'm like ready. He's like,
No.
what's in the car, Will?
Yeah, right. Have these brand new steak knives.
I'm well. These steak knives.
People sell steak. That was a real thing. People went around selling steak knives.
They did. They were like posters
I
all
had
over the
that
place.
job. I did that. I
Oh,
did
did you
cut
really?
for like.
How did you do that? Did it work?
Yeah.
They recruit you and they're just like, hey, right out of high school, come on, let's make $18 an hour.
They did always say that. They said make $18 an hour, and then you have to buy like
It's all
$600 worth of knives.
Yes, you had to spend like $300 on the demo set, and then you have to go around and try to sell people knives.
Did anyone buy any from you?
Absolutely not. I was not good at it.
Maybe you were a little.
You should have been like,
quit.
Knowing you were like a little too threatening about it. You were like, "Do you want to buy these knives?"
That's
they're really good for things
No.
other than just steak, if you know what I'm
You
saying.
know what I mean?
You should have said,
they had
I
to do
have
this
the
demonstration.
demo
Was
set.
just like, look how easily you can cut through this can of soda, and apparently the soda's supposed to be empty, but no one told me that when I cut it.
Oh my
open.
god.
Just like,
When you do that in somebody's living room, they get kind of mad. Just,
can't imagine why.
So,
Great.
like by the fourth house, I kind of figured out that it's supposed to be empty. Like they keep
Yeah.
on this
Show up-
part. I
show
don't
up
get
in
it.
like a suit, like covered in soda.
I just picture him sitting in the parking lot just drinking soda
I'm
cans.
gonna try this again. We're gonna try this again. I take the soda and I cut it. Damn it!
Oh my god.
Ah,
Wow.
so
So let's
Oh, you're
turn into
funny.
an old job episode.
Yeah, I really did.
I delivered pizzas for a summer.
I worked
did the
in the
pizzas
library.
actually make it to the people's houses?
A few did. Yeah.
Did anyone ask for a large pie with extra sausage?
No, I never. I delivered to like one or two like attractive women, but it never happened. Like
They didn't offer you like, I don't have any money. How else can I pay you?
I
It
know,
never
it's
happened.
just-
Have you-
Because it
Have you
makes-
guys? You know that video with the plumber thing where it's like, you want to clean my pipes? It's like, do you want me to do that? That costs an extra $2,000. You remember? Oh my god, that was the best video.
What's the thing that Amanda shared where it's like from a porn where she's like,
Yeah.
what do you say?
She was like,
no, but it's like, what do you say? He's like wearing cargo shorts, and she's like, what do you say we take these pants off? He goes, they're actually shorts.
just gets mad about it. There was like this viral video going on that was like an actual like gay male porn where they were like fucking right in front of his girlfriend. She was like right in front of my salad, really, and it was really, oh my god, I can't. You guys haven't seen it? It's really funny. You should look it up. Audience, go look at gay male salad.
Not there's anything wrong with it. I don't look at gay porn.
Right, it's not like on the top of my search list to be like, hey.
I wasn't looking it up. A friend of mine sent it to me, and it was really funny. It was really funny.
If anybody was typing in gay porn, it'd be you, and then you're like, oh wait, I have to specify.
You have the wrong.
I didn't specify.
Specify. And I just see like this woman just eating a salad, and I'm like, oh, this looks interesting. Like,
so you're right. Yes, that makes sense. This seems like something that would start. You know. Oh God.
I worked in a library.
No, did you really?
I swear to God, yeah. Laziest job ever. All I did was like watch these videos
you're
on
the last person on earth I can imagine.
I just feel like all that is just Kayla just running up to people and going, shh. Just people. As soon as people run and walk inside, like, it's just.
It was this teen review thing where you had to review
like somebody's
videos
having a heart attack on the floor.
I had to review videos where like
starts crying.
Oh my gosh.
All right, it's a team thing where you had to review what?
All right,
videos,
go ahead.
Like, you know, to not drink and drive, to not do drugs, to not drink, to not do the things that I do now. I spent like an entire summer like doing that, and then also working at the book club. Not that summer. Certainly every summer since then. But
Kato was just like, let me see what's so bad. They kept talking about this. Let me see why this stuff is so bad. This is awesome. They were wrong.
It didn't deter me. I feel like all they did was like,
this is great.
They were like, cocaine is bad.
So
wrong.
No.
I was like, I don't know. Wolf of Wall Street made it look like a lot of fun.
I mean, if doing coke,
they made so much money off of it.
If doing coke means you get to meet Margot Robbie and make a shit ton of money, then
and touch her butt. That'd be nice.
Does he touch her butt? I've never actually seen it.
He touches her butt. Consensually.
Let's be right.
That's the important part.
Margot Robbie. Yeah. The best way that I've ever heard her described is an absolute Lamborghini of a woman.
Is that why you said that the other day? I was like, that is such an interesting description.
It's so true. It's like if you look at pictures of her, you're just like, it's like looking at like a really like fancy sports car. Just like
she's a very versatile woman. It's like, you know, I must say.
No, she's an amazing actress. Like.
Well, like, yeah, and like her acting career, she's able to play so many roles. I just saw her in this movie Terminal, and it was freaking trippy. It was wild. I had no idea what was going on for about 45 minutes.
Sounds like a great movie. Is it about airports?
The ending was great. No, it's like a train. It's called Terminal because it takes place in a terminal. It felt like it was a play. It was weird. It's like this girl is just like going around like killing people. Like she's an assassin. It's why. And Margot Robbie plays the main character who's an assassin, and like the ending, it's like it's crazy.
Or is it like?
No. Well, I don't even know what I would call it. It's like kind of a thriller. But it's like light-hearted thriller a little bit. It's kind of like I would say like it's on.
What?
I don't know. It's like
it's an action thriller with heart.
I'd say it's kind of like Sucker Punch a little bit, but with like
so
happier ending.
I guess now that I think about it, like I guess like Die Hard or something is a lighthearted thriller if you think about it.
Yeah,
it starts out as a rom-com.
Yeah, right.
It's like a
We're
beat.
both late for our flights. Oh, you're reading this book? Oh, so am I. Prepare to die.
I don't know. It's like an upbeat assassination movie. I don't know how else to describe it.
Has anyone ever done that? Because that would be a really good idea. But then again, like you would have to pass a rating.
This movie.
Have you ever heard of Doki Doki Literature Club, Kayla? I know Will has heard of it.
No.
It's like in the same vein as that. Is like it's supposed to be like a dating simulator, but then like 2 chapters in, you realize
it gets dark.
You realize it's actually a psychological horror game.
Is it?
Yeah,
what is it?
Dark really, really
it's called
quick.
Doki Doki Literature Club. You could look it up, and it's like it's really funny.
It's like this I don't know about funny, but
I mean, well, it's honestly really
it gets
clever,
dark so quickly.
but it's really clever.
It gets dark so.
Why does it look
like,
so?
You know,
happy?
That's the point. Is because
the point.
You started playing the game. People started playing the game like, oh, it's just like a lighthearted rom-com dating site, and then like, spoiler at the end of the first chapter, the girl you're interested in hangs herself. So you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you find her body. You walk in and find her hanging herself. It's like, well,
all right, I'm gonna add that to my list.
Technically, it's not
right. I forgot. Let's not give Kayla games that involve how to kill people and murder and stuff, because
I mean, I play them anyway.
She needs something to do.
As we've discussed. No, because she is actively taking a role in trying to get me killed.
When she's murdering other people, she's not trying to murder us.
That crosses over sometimes, to me specifically. So that's
You're fine.
Come on.
Everything's fine. You're fine.
So we're about 11 minutes into this episode about vacations.
Yeah, right. As you can tell, we're a super focused group.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Never get sidetracked ever.
So, what would you say, Will, is your favorite vacation?
Yes.
What was your favorite vacation?
My favorite vacation. Oof, that's tough. I guess I don't know if I have like a standout. Hey, this was a great vacation. I have like memorable vacations, but I don't think like there's one that was kind of like, yeah, that was tops over all of them.
Do you remember like what your favorite location was?
I would have to say, man, as a kid, it's always Disney World. Anything Disney.
That was gonna be
mine. Kid is kind of like right. Yeah. It's always like, hey, you were a kid, you went to Disney World, you lose your shit.
I was 25 when I went to Disney World, and I lost my shit.
Never.
So.
See, that's fair.
Disney World.
So, yeah. It's the most magical place on earth, man.
Yeah.
I don't say that lightly.
Right, yeah, I would love to go as an adult, like, actually, because I've heard, like, the adult side of Disney World is just as exciting.
Let's drink around the world at Epcot.
I would love to do that.
It's fun.
I've never been to Disney World.
You had her a drink, okay? So.
Yeah, that was it. I want to go to Harry Potter World and get, like...
That's Universal. That's a different place.
That is Universal, okay?
Well, then I don't want to go to Disney World anymore.
Intellectual properties correct, please.
But
okay. Can I go to Universal?
Yeah, Universal's cheaper than Disney World.
Good, I want to go get butterbeer, but then, like...
The rides are better. It's just Disney is just
Disney. Disney has an, like, just, an...
I want to see Elsa!
I don't think, but yeah, Pleasure Island is, no admission, right?
What?
No admission?
What's on that? Sex?
That's the adult section of like,
Disney
where
World
like all
has
the,
sex.
I think like the casino. Yes, they have a strip club.
They're gonna call it Pleasure Island and not put sexual things on there. Minnie ain't got nothing Minnie about her.
Ain't nothing Minnie about Minnie. Let me tell you.
Was there a strip club around here named Pleasure Island for a while?
Maybe.
I want to say there was. Don't ask me how I know that.
Yeah, but no, they have like a whole place where they have like nightclubs and stuff, like everything.
Right.
In Disney World, do they have like a slutty Elsa?
Yeah, they absolutely do.
I'm sure. I'm very sure.
They should.
Stop it,
I would make so much money.
No, you would lose so much money. You would just follow her.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna make.
You need more.
Here's my money. Here's my money, and I'm letting it go.
It would be such a good idea. I'm gonna make that idea. It's gonna be great. Disney will understand.
A good idea, or kind of like a fantasy that you just kind of want to see how this goes.
Both. It's a great business venture. Why not make money off your fantasies? What do they say? Do what you love.
You know what I love about Elsa is how they're just tiptoeing around the fact that she's like, I feel like Disney's not ready to have the first gay princess. But like
they're not.
But she is so clearly gay.
She's she's
to, like,
the only one.
Go around that fact.
It's annoying.
Right.
I'm like, give us our gay person,
so
and they're just like, eh.
Like if you didn't have her end up with a man in the second one, she's clearly gay. Like not that there's anything wrong with that, obviously. But
she literally goes and moves into the forest. She's hanging out with fucking fairies all day. Like, come on.
Yeah, come on. Like the writing's on the wall. Just like give her a pair of Doc Martens already and call it a day.
Oh my god.
Next movie, she's gonna be in like a flannel.
It's a flannel.
She got her hair really short.
Nice
She got a nose
flannel.
ring.
Right. Short hair.
Glasses.
Yeah,
Have like an eyebrow slit.
She got a Bernie
a
Sanders
sleeve
shirt.
tattoo.
She would look so great with like a snowflake sleeve. She would look
Oh, that would be cool.
great.
And like
Listen, we're everyone on Tumblr. We're waiting for it. We're waiting for her to come out.
You just dated yourself.
I did.
uses
I haven't been on Tumblr in years, but
Nobody has.
that's where all the gay people hang out.
Is it? I thought it was DeviantArt.
I think it's both because they make gay things on DeviantArt and then publish it to Tumblr. I don't actually know if people use Tumblr anymore. At least in the gay community. I haven't heard about it in a long time.
That's fair.
Right, yes.
That's what they used to
about all
post,
these
like-
things.
Oh, Brendan, what about you? What's an iconic vacation?
I mean Disney World, but I did love going to Vegas both times I went.
Okay.
One time I wasn't even 21. I just had a shit ton of fun. Cause
Nice.
the whole point of Vegas is like it's just to get you there, and I feel like everything there is really fun, and it's actually on the cheaper side because they just assume that you're going to spend all your money at the tables. So there's actually a lot of, if you're not gambling, there's actually a lot of fun to be had. So
Yeah, I'm not a gambler, so that sounds like
That
a plan
is
for me.
true. Vegas is nice.
it is nice, and I recommend going if you've never been, just for, even if you don't gamble.
Okay.
Which you do gamble. You make money when you gamble, don't you? Or is that
Yeah, but I pulled out really fast.
Hey!
I didn't want to lose everything, so I
Hey.
was like, I was up by like, what was it, like $50 or something, and I was like, all right, that's enough for me. I'm done.
Yeah. I lost $30 and I was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
That's-
Danielle made a sizable sum that night.
Yeah, she did. Yes,
She did well.
I think like a funny, memorable vacation for me was going to the Grand Canyon with my mom and my grandmother. I was 13 and they dragged me along because that's what every 13-year-old boy wants to do, is go visit the Grand Canyon.
With your grandmother. It only makes
Right.
sense.
I was like, I pleaded. I'm like, just leave me in New York. Like, don't. No, please don't. And they were like, no, you're coming. And we took the bus from New York to Arizona.
Oh my god.
4 days.
What was that, the Greyhound?
Yeah. Like
How do you
2.5,
do that?
3,
You
like,
just... Do they take a break at like a motel or something? How do you do that?
No, you transfer over. You either sleep in the station for a few hours while you wait for the next bus. And like, yeah, we had to transfer like 4 or 5 times.
I would be
Yeah.
so cranky. I would be the bitchiest little 13-year-old.
Right.
The whole time. I'd be like,
there I was.
oh
And so,
my god.
right, I got there, and then it's just like, it's summertime. And, you know, we know Arizona in the summertime is just known for being nice and eat and kill and
Sounds
chill.
like my nightmare. My absolute nightmare.
Right.
Oh my god.
And then, you know, and to preserve everything, here's the best part: to preserve like all the natural sites, you know, like the Painted Desert or Montezuma's Castle and all these like Aztec. You know, where you park is like a mile and a half away because they don't want car emissions to like ruin these sites, and then you have to walk through the desert to go see these ruins and holes in the ground and stuff. Like, look at that.
I mean,
Nature.
It was.
And I'm
I
like,
went
get me out of here.
On one of my visits to Vegas, we did take the bus out there and go. But it is really,
See,
really
again-
amazing. But you're right. It's like, it's a
Again.
lot.
If that was like, hey, we're going to do this for a day
Right.
and then we're going to do fun stuff, but it's like, no, we're here for a week to take in the Grand Canyon.
A week just staring at a canyon?
I mean, we saw other things. We saw, like, you know,
I just imagine
Other
you
things
guys
in
go
the
to
desert?
different points along the...
You're like, yep, still
Yes.
a hole in the wall.
It's
Ground,
still there.
a hole.
hole in the
Oh,
ground.
It hasn't gone anywhere.
still a hole in the ground.
Oh, wow.
Let's go see the Painted Desert. Hey, look, now we're at the bottom of the hole in the ground. The Petrified Forest, more rocks.
Oh my
Cool.
god.
Did you walk a donkey down or ride a donkey down?
Is it petrifying?
No, you know, meteor crater, right? Hey, look, another hole in the ground.
They're not going
This one was
anywhere.
caused by space.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, I was a little annoying little brat for that one. I have to admit, my whole family hated me by the time, like, my grandmother and my mom.
Why would they think it was a good idea to take a teenager to this? You know? I would. You have to walk into that knowing no one's going to be happy.
Right. You have to know, like, I'm going to be miserable. Like, there's no way that I'm coming out of this, like, happy. So, I mean, I look back at it now, I'm like, okay, that was great. You know, spend time with my grandmother and da-da-da-da-da. But at the time, I'm like, just leave me in the motel. Like, I don't care. Like,
DuckTales is on. Just put it on the TV and just go.
Right, yeah, just put that. I have Disney Channel, I have my Game Boy, and a power cord. I'm good.
On Game Boy.
You know?
That's one of my favorite old man stories. I can't
What,
wait.
having a Game Boy?
I can't wait to throw that at my kids. Like, when they're just like, Dad, my DS is something or other. I was like, listen, I played Pokemon Yellow coming back from my uncle's house using the street lights overhead. So I don't want to hear shit about your stupid backlit screen.
Back in my day.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
Back in my day, Pokemon could only learn, TMs once.
It was in,
all right?
It was in black and white.
Oh my god.
That's their favorite old man thing, too.
You know.
That only Will and I get, but...
Pokemon Black and White?
No. You know Blue and Red that well?
I mean, like, I know when the Game Boy was only in black and white.
Well, do you know, like, what TMs are in Pokemon?
Yeah, aren't those the special skills that you can learn?
You can
like cut?
moves. Yeah. Well, those are HMs. Cut is an HM. Which means you could use it over and over again, but original TMs you can only use once.
Right.
What's the point of that?
To teach you.
Meaning that you could only... Yeah, one monster could learn that one move, and then that was it.
Oh, no, I remember.
You could have, yeah.
I feel like every time I played that was, like, I could only give that to one Pokemon.
You could originally, but nowadays you can give it to as many as you want.
I don't know, I feel like the last one, if you could do that in Emerald, then I'm clearly wrong. Because in Emerald, that was the last one that I played, and I felt like I wasn't able to give the same skill to everyone.
I don't know, well, when did it start, do you know? Could be.
I remember that from Red and Blue was like my first jaunt. So that was the rules back then.
Emerald was the first one I actually got a hold of. But then my parents were like, "You don't need any more video games. You have your PlayStation 1, so I just play Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage over and over and over again."
Did your parents call it PlayStation 1 when they like strangely prophetic? That they knew a second one was coming.
they were just like, you're good with this. And then when I got my GameCube, that was the best thing ever because it was like I was able to play so many different types of games. Whereas the PlayStation 1, there's only like a few games that I actually enjoyed.
PlayStation 1 was kind of shitty. IMO.
It was. I played the Spider-Man game. I still have my games though. I still play them on like the PlayStation. I pop those bad boys in every now and then.
32-bit graphics, only 2 controllers. Like, get a 64.
Yeah, it was weak. The GameCube was definitely on point.
Was the king.
That 64
64
to this
was
day, I think
king.
is the best system Nintendo's ever put out. Like GameCube is a close second.
As far as it was by far the best party system. It was by far like the best. Call your friends over and
Friday
we're doing
night,
this
we're ordering a pizza,
system.
we're playing Mario Party.
We're playing Mario Party, Mario Kart, GoldenEye, Smash Brothers, you name it, Jet Force Gemini. I don't know how we got down this subject road at all from talking about
this was quite a transition. Here we go again. We never stay focused.
Right. Kayla.
Right. We should have like an AD. We should have like an ADD alarm. Just like.
Get us back on track. Kayla, what was your favorite vacation ever?
I didn't really vacation very much when I was younger, so I would have to say my favorite was definitely our trip to the Poconos was like my top because it was like, it was, I don't know, the entire time I was like happy. Nothing like upset me. But I will say my parents did take me when I was like 8 years old. They took my little brother and I to this. It was called like Santa's Workshop up north. I don't even know if it's still open anymore, but it was like a family tradition. They took my older siblings there as well. And it's like you stay in this motel and it's like you're in Santa's village, and like it's like almost like a fair, I guess. Well, no, not even. It's like the Renaissance Fair, I guess, would be the best similarity to it, because there's like all these stands up, and they're all like elves and stuff, and like costumes, and like there's reindeer there, and then like I remember going into like the glass blowing shop, and they made me a little dragon.
They made you a dragon at the Santa's workshop.
Yeah, that was like, it was Santa's blacksmith. It was. I swear to God, I'm pretty sure that's what his name was. Blacksmith lying around. Yeah. Oh, I just like faded out. Hello. I don't know. Okay, there we go.
How shocking that you became on focus.
But yeah, that was like one of my favorite places that my parents took me. But other than that, I would have to say, like, as an adult, my favorite trip was like, you know, definitely the Poconos. I mean, Cape Cod's nice, but like the Poconos was more fun for me. It was more relaxing. Like, everything was like just great.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Tired.
But I'm sure when we do our what?
We're tired after that water park, though. I'll tell you that.
I know. Thank God.
That was a leg day.
That was an exhausting. That was
a leg day and a half.
I'm so grateful it wasn't crowded, though. Oh my God.
It was a good call to do the whole day.
Yeah, that was a great. But that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
It was great. Like, I got my heart broken. That was, you know.
Oh, by that girl. She was too messed up. She couldn't play.
She was really. If she wasn't like super drunk, I definitely would have like been like, hey.
So everyone's there's a girl who was definitely all over Will in the adult swimming pool area. She was very drunk, but she kept climbing all over Will the entire time in the pool.
That was
multiple times.
Outside, right? Or was that?
Yeah, that was when we were outside. But unfortunately, she was a little. Right. She couldn't hang with the big dogs. She had to go to sleep.
Right? No, she was very, very hot, but very, very drunk, and you know, I'm a gentleman, so.
Yeah, it's not proper. You would have to get equally drunk in order for that to be.
As we know, that is a struggle for me. Like, that is, I don't think we've seen super drunk Will in quite some time.
It's been a long time.
Asbury Park.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would feel like we see super drunk Taylor all the time. That does.
That was a very fun vacation. Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Nice.
Right.
That bar we went to was fucking. I remember.
I cannot get over how cool that bar was.
An outside bar on the.
It was like,
a rooftop bar.
Oh my God!
And we were sitting
what a rooftop! Right. Yeah.
I was like, yo, this is.
It was bougie.
Right,
I love the music that was playing. It was like jazz. It felt like a rooftop.
It was club like,
that you
it was a lounge.
Go to.
It was like a rooftop.
It was really
lounge type
that was
of
neat.
Real.
That was really fun.
Real like chill, not like in your face. Good music, good view.
Actually, I listened to like
that was actually good.
Yeah, somewhere around there is when Will lost his bearings.
Yeah, no, when we left, that's when everything's just like
yeah.
Yeah.
Why am I bleeding?
That was so fun. That was a nice beach, though.
That was a really nice beach the next day. It was cold.
Yeah.
I remember that.
It was cold, but I looked into trying to book that hotel again, but this summer it was all booked up. We'll probably have to look at it next summer. You know?
Yeah.
See about part 2.
Nice long
or we gotta figure out our next friend vacation. And then I'll compare it to this Poconos
I
trip.
get to pick the next vacation. This is on me. My turn.
Yeah, we do have to do a nice proper summer Will vacation.
We never do what Will wants to do.
You just want like a beach.
No.
You like summer stuff.
Yes. So, summer's great.
Go to Montauk.
It's amazing. You guys have to do like Halloween stuff.
I do want to do Halloween stuff.
See?
I cannot wait. It's Halloween pre-season for me.
No, as soon as it hits August, it's...
Yeah, it's I'm pre-gaming for Halloween.
I just gotta make you guys start saving up to go to Orlando next year. Like
Florida?
No, your old coworker.
No, Pennsylvania.
I love my old coworker.
You know,
we're gonna go see him.
Visit Orlando. Be great.
Oh my God.
I mean, I can do that.
All right. So, but yeah, no. So we'll pick the next vacation.
Okay.
No questions asked.
I mean, some questions.
We gotta do
no
an
questions.
episode live from. Maybe not.
We do.
But from.
I mean, Kayla definitely owes me. Kayla definitely owes me a no questions asked.
I do.
Trip. Right.
You got me there.
Okay.
But
so
you gotta take a lot of vitamin C.
Keep you posted.
Make sure you don't get your ass sick again.
I was drunk. I wasn't sick for that
one. Whoa, which one?
For this past one.
I was thinking of Atlantic City when Will and I went. No, you were sick.
Right. Oh, I was sick for that one. Yeah.
Yeah, you were sick for Atlantic City. You were sick for my birthday.
I was drunk.
Those were the only two times that I've ever seen a double bail.
What's a double bail?
When you bail on two...
No, I mean, like, for Atlantic City, what was the second bail?
You first said you weren't going to go, and then you said you were going to go for the one night, and then that night you didn't come.
Oh, yeah, you didn't come either.
You didn't say you were going to come, like, when we were on the way down there, you were like, alright, I can't make it tonight, but I'll come next night.
Yeah, I'm not going to make it tonight, but I'm going to come the next time.
It'll be a lot of fun. We'll see Pauly D. It'll be great.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Missed out on Pauly D. So.
I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pauly D'Angelo.
Matter of fact, you owe me 3 birthdays.
Boy.
Because it was the city as well.
We made up for the city with Asbury. That was what Asbury was.
I mean,
that was, yeah.
Asbury was because everyone messed up.
Okay, fine. You owe me 2 birthdays then.
Of Disney World,
Damn it.
I still argue that was... I came home... My plane landed that night at 9:45 from Orlando.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, I could not go down to the fucking city right now. It's like, I won't
that's...
sleep.
Yeah, like... Right.
I had a valid.
That's fine. You know.
So...
It was just, like, my only, like... I just feel like stupid about that one because I was like, everybody had told me. I had so many people tell me. And I think that's why, like, so many people felt okay bailing. Because I'm like, I'm going to have like 20 people here. Like, this night's about to be lit. And I think it was because of that everybody felt like, he's got plenty of people. It's fine if I don't show up.
And you ended up getting like bottles.
You know.
Right?
I bought so many bottles that night. I bought so many bottles because I told the club, like, I'm going to have like 20 people. He's like, well, you guys spent like $1,500 worth of bottles. I was like, done. It's going to be a great night. And then it's like me and like 4 of my friends and my cousin. There were like all these bottles in front of us. We're just like, yep.
Oh, this looks like alcohol poison. Is this enough to get 4 people?
There's no way.
5 bottles.
This is enough to kill. This is enough to kill 4 men. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
oh, God.
8 bottles and 4 people. Yes, this is what you want. So, funny times. But anyway.
My turn.
Yes, so the next trip that we go on, we will have to document better. I think we did a good job documenting Poconos.
I was the one who went and got my phone when we were in the swim-up bar.
Yeah.
I had to be fucking... I was so nervous with that shit.
Yeah. That one I was like...
Once this thing is gone.
It's a horrible idea. It's a horrible idea.
And I remember I had put it up against the rock wall to take a picture of all of us. So I was just like, oh God.
Precarious situation. It was successful. It was definitely successful.
And then funny story is that was the same bar that we got kicked out of like 4 hours later.
I cannot believe she was like... I'm like, we're holding our cups. Like, she was like, you need IDs. And I'm like, all right, well, then we're going to, like, that's it. We're not, goodbye. We did.
Yeah, no.
We didn't have our IDs, and they wouldn't.
We were just going to, remember, it was worse than that, because you said, okay, and then we were just like, all right, we're just going to sit in the hot tub over here.
Oh, that's right, and she said we couldn't.
On the TV, and she was like, oh, you guys can't just hang out in here if you don't have your IDs, you guys got to go. We're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I was like, are you serious? I was like, but we all came back with our cups, like our alcoholic cups, and we're like, can we get a refill? And then she was like, no. I was like, oh my God. But apparently we needed these bracelets, and I didn't even know. Like, wait, the lady before didn't even say anything, but like, she was like, I'm just doing my job, and I'm like, okay, that's great, but this is like really inconvenient.
Right, like we've clearly been here.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the thing. It was just like
that was. I mean, that was the only really annoying thing about that trip.
She was like being like kind of like passive aggressive about it because like Will said.
Yeah, she was like mad at us. I was like, do we look like we're like 17?
There, like, and You know, it was just so. I just felt like she was just like not in the mood to serve drinks. It was trying to look for an excuse to.
Yeah, maybe. I was like, you want us to walk all the way back to our lockers to come all the way the fuck back? Like, no. Like, she was the only one too. We got served by like the other bartender didn't give us an issue either. I was like, come on, whatever. Come on. Just don't get in the way of me and my alcohol. That's all I gotta say.
Get your hand bitten off.
Yeah.
So my best vacation, I would say, would be Disney World. Although I did when I was a kid love going to Cape Cod, and it was kind of funny because like I would like hang out with all my cousins in Provincetown, and I wouldn't notice that like 90% of the people are gay. I remember, like, the first time I ever saw a drag queen, I was like, "Dad, what's that?" He was like, "Don't worry about it."
We're actually going to Provincetown this Friday. That's where I'm vacationing. Right, yeah, they said it's a hot spot. It's not
bad Delta outbreak. Like they shut that shit down. When I read,
yeah, I heard they're shutting it down. Yeah.
Okay, then I guess
you want to hang out in like Wellfleet or Truro or something. You don't want to go.
Yeah. Well, the other thing we're thinking of going to that Beachcomber place because apparently some reggae musician is performing there. I don't actually. It's like low. He's not. I don't think he's famous or anything.
You don't know his name, so you can't tell me if he's famous or not.
Sure.
Well, okay, give me one second.
Sean Paul.
Yes. Oh, Sean Paul would be much more excited about it.
Said Robert Marley. I don't know. Never heard of him.
Robbie Marley. Robbie.
Let's see. Hold on. I'm pull it up right now. I'm gonna find this.
You do that.
DJ Bud E. Green.
Yeah, okay, he's not famous.
Yeah,
his tickets are $15, so I don't think he is that famous. Yeah, he's performing at Beachcomber, and they want to go. It's like that terrible beach with that awful. I mean, it's a nice beach, but it has an awful hill. Like,
oh yeah.
I was like, I'll sit at the bar that's at the top, and you guys go to the fucking concert, and I'll just sit up there and get drunk and like watch the concert from the bar up there. Like, I don't care.
Classic Kayla.
You're probably gonna be able to hear it from all the way up there anyway.
That's fair.
But everyone wants to go see them, and I'm like, ugh. But then I'm like, if I sit up there and get drunk, then you guys have to drive me.
It's fair. So, well, what was would you say that Grand Canyon was your worst vacation?
I won't say worst. Like, it just sticks out in my mind because I'm just like, why would you take a 13-year-old?
Most painful.
This is a great idea. This is what he wants to do.
Worst vacation you ever had? Like, what vacation would you like if you go back in time? You wouldn't go.
Okay, there was another one that I had a spill. I don't even say it was bad, like rough, but there was a series of unfortunate events that went down. Right, yeah. So, unfortunate event one was a thing called Hurricane Katrina.
Oh God.
He's like, oh, we took a trip to Hurricane Katrina.
Yes, no, we took a trip to Hurricane
Katrina. This day.
Yeah, no, so we went to, what's the one? Bahamas. Right, we went to the Bahamas.
During that.
And it was a Category 1. It was a Category 1 hurricane when it hit the island. And so, which was enough. I remember, like, they had, like, this, like, you could look outside and the rain wasn't coming down. It was moving left to right.
That's definitely
So I was just like, well, that's
a great way to wash
every day.
Plate. Like, put your plate up there.
Yeah, just put your plates outside.
Told you didn't need that. Dishwasher.
So, mistake number 2 was because everybody was trapped inside the hotel, like, jacked the prices up on all the food. It was like $30.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they price gouged the mess out of us. Like, everybody was like, yo, this is crazy. And they're like, well, we can't resupply, so everybody in here kind of has to, you got the money, you get fed. Everybody else, good luck.
Oh my God.
That's scary.
So, I mean, I've heard of the eyes of the hurricane, and I know, like, oh, it's like daylight and things like that. But I guess I don't know if it was the eye or it was just like a branch of the hurricane, like the arm swinging around. Whatever the reason, everything stopped. It was completely daylight outside. Looked like the storm was over. Not a cloud in the sky to me, from where I could see. So I go for a little stroll in a little shopping area, next door and find Subway, and I get myself a footlong sandwich for $5 footlong. Bring it back to my hotel room and just eating it. My family comes walking in and they're just like, "So, where'd you get that from?" It's like, "Oh, Subway across the street."
Oh God.
It's like, you didn't get sandwiches for the rest of us? Like, the price gouging. Why didn't you get sandwiches for the rest of us? I was just like, well, I just figured the storm is over. Like, we could just kind of go. So why didn't you call? And I'm being, kind of jerk will back in these days. I'm like, technically, you said we were outside the country, not to use my cell phone. So this is on you when you think about it.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Clever bastard.
My mom, yes, right. It did not go over well. So my mom sent me and my dad back across the street to go to the Subway. And now at this point, the storm's coming back. Like, you can see the storm wall approaching us quicker. And we're like, okay, that's the storm again. This is about to get ugly. And we get to Subway. And they're like, no, we're getting out of here. We're leaving right now. We're not making any more sandwiches.
Oh my God.
So I had to come back to the hotel and was like, hey, Ma.
Mom, I imagine your mom grabbed a knife and was like, all right, this is your portion? This is...
That's what she did. She
each get a foot.
They kept the rest. They kept the sandwich. What part of the sandwich I didn't eat. And she kicked me out the room. And I had to wander the halls for like 5 hours.
Oh my God. How old are you?
That was great. I don't know. 18, maybe? 18 at that point.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Like, I was old enough to have, like my own debit card and a cell phone.
Right.
Like a little bit of
wow.
dollars, so.
That's an intense one. That's an intense one.
And then I got back, didn't have any internet, didn't have any, service or anything else. I wasn't really watching the news, so I get back to the States. I'm like, yeah, Katrina. So I heard that hit. Like, how did that happen? What happened over here? Like, yeah, so New Orleans is gone. I was like, oh, well.
It really
oh my
just what
God.
It's just like,
it really is. It's like
go on.
New Orleans is no longer part of the United States or the world.
I was just like, what do you mean? It's like, no, New Orleans is underwater.
I'm like, imagine, like, whoever Bush's, like, top appointee was saying that. Like, sir, it's gone. He's like, gone? Gone. It's not there anymore. It's gone. The city is gone.
Right.
That's Atlantis now.
The city is Atlantis
I think
now.
Family Guy made a joke about it, the lost city of New Orleans, and then it's just like Girls Gone Wild, a skeleton just like this in the camera.
Oh, God.
Floating.
Do you remember Girls Gone Wild videos? Not watching them.
I remember. I've seen the DVD cases laying around.
I remember those commercials.
You're watching like Comedy Central late at night.
Late at night, they're like Girls Gone Wild.
Yeah, and I'm just
these girls are going crazy. It's like always like girls in college.
Yeah,
Comedy Central, BET.
Do those women get paid like when they just flash on the street, or they just?
I think they get paid in shots.
No, what about the college girls who like just flash you?
I'm sure they got like paid because you have to sign stuff. You have to sign like you get a T-shirt. You sign an NDA. Here's a T-shirt.
Yeah. But like I feel like a lot of them were.
What exposure? This before my Instagram, so
I feel like a lot of them were like porn stars. I mean,
maybe it was all staged.
I'm a good Christian boy. I haven't watched that much.
That much.
I have a story about that I can't share. I've been sworn to secrecy about it, but like, I don't think they got paid.
Okay.
I
think
they got like paid in shots, and
it's not
you signed an NDA.
No, it's not.
I mean, if you're
Caleb, what did you say your worst vacation was?
I mean, it's a little hard to. I mean, there was like a component when I went to Canada that I really hated. The overall trip to Canada was nice. It was just this one part we went to like an island and we were supposed to go to the beach, but the beach was closed and I was dressed for the beach. But then we took a boat to an island and we were only able to be on the island for an hour. But then it was like I had to sprint back to the boat because we were like 20 minutes late to catch the ferry, the last ferry back to the mainland. And it was a whole mess and I hated every second of it and it was awful. I would take that back. Also, I had this bacon item, and the girl I was dating was Muslim, and I couldn't kiss her because I had a bacon milkshake thing, And so that was really annoying. It was like an awful day. And like she saw me order it and didn't say anything. She was like, "Oh, I thought like you knew that's what you were doing." And I was like, "No, I didn't automatically think to not order pork." But the second one I would have to say is my very first trip to Cape Cod was like awful, and I feel like I was texting you guys the whole time, and I was just like having
was,
the
like, more just because you didn't know anybody, right? That was like your social anxiety was really
that
like,
was a
peaked.
yeah. I mean, the social anxiety was bad. Also, the people I was with, they did what they thought me and like their other guest wanted to do. Without actually asking us what we wanted to do. And like every single day we were scheduled to do something that I wanted no part in. And it was like, and I remember coming home and like actually like yelling and being like, I will never do this again. Like if you don't ask, like why didn't you like say anything? Like no one checked in to see what we wanted to do. I remember talking with the other girl and being like, oh, did you want to go to this like farm stand thing? What do they call those? Why can't I think of the word? Where they sell like
farmers market.
Farmers market. Thank you. I don't know why I couldn't remember the word.
Farmers?
I was like farmers vendor. I was like, did you want to go to this farmers market? And she was like, no, I'm just here because that's where they wanted to go. And I'm just like, all right. So have you wanted to do any of the things that we've done? And she's like, no. I'm just like, all right, good. Good to know we're both just suffering together. And it was we both literally were commiserating together, and so I just spent the majority of the time drunk, which is what I do every time anyway. But the following year was a lot better, significantly better actually. I had a lot more fun. But yeah, the first time I was like, this is awful. I don't want to do any of this stuff. And I think I even said a couple times, I was like, I don't want to do that. And everyone was just like, nope, we're doing it. And I'm like, okay, cool, I'll just go fuck myself, that's fine. But since they've been better, and I'm also driving myself this time, so if they do something I don't want to do, guess who's going to drive the fuck wherever she wants to go?
That's key. That's what I always do. Always
That's
take
really
car.
it. Ever since then, that trip happened, and I was like, I am not going anywhere without a means of getting somewhere else myself. I'm like, I always make sure I have enough money to like Uber or get a plane from wherever I am to go home.
How much is a blade?
A what?
A blade.
A blade?
Yeah, that was what you said.
I said Uber or get a plane.
Oh,
not a blade. I'm not going to go
blade,
like.
A blade's a real thing. A blade's like an Uber helicopter.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Will?
Looking it up.
I've never heard of that. No, I just make sure I can get a plane, like an airplane ticket, to get out of there. You know, in case like I go somewhere and I'm like, oh, I need to fly home or drive. Who knows? Just got to be prepared. But yeah, this year I'm driving myself. No problems. What about you? Have you like what's your like least enjoyable?
There was one.
Oh, it's a story.
In Cape Cod when how old was I? I couldn't have been older than 11 or 12, and we found out a week beforehand that the place we had booked in like January, this was August, had burnt down. So my dad like scrambled to find a place that was, you know, we obviously got like a refund, whatever. He scrambled to find a place that was available, and we ended up in like the shittiest little cottage that you've ever seen. Like we couldn't drink the water there, like because like it was by a swamp and it was like swamp water, so it wasn't like drinking.
Oh my god!
The TV was like the size. It was like one of those old school like closed circuit televisions. Like you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like it was literally that size, and they had DirecTV, which was a big selling part, but it didn't work.
Oh my god!
Something was like wrong with the dish. There was so many bugs. I think I killed like 8 bugs on the wall one night, and we literally heard things moving around in the attic. And my mom, my mom, who's like super timid, was just like, "We're not paying for this unless you send some sort of exterminator over here this week and clean this up, because this is a place." My dad to this day calls it the shithole.
Oh my god!
And literally, it was like the worst place we've ever stayed at. And on top of that, I had seen these kids like at the beginning of the week like flying like this stun kite, and which is like there's like 2 strings and like you're flipping it around and shit. And on the last day of the vacation, my dad actually bought me one. Went to like help me fly it, and it hit him right in the eye. Like as it was like coming down,
Oh,
he was trying
nice.
to grab it.
Oh,
And he had to go to the emergency room.
oh my
And-
God,
and
that
he
is
had-
an
And
awful.
the family had plans to
That's
go out.
legit worst trip ever.
My family
Yeah.
had plans to go out to the point that day because it was the last day. So we go out there's a lighthouse right at the point of Cape Cod, and everything had to be canceled. And I just fucked everyone's day up.
Aww.
And I thought I killed my father, or at least blinded someone out. He ended up being okay. And then I was
That's
just like,
awful.
I was like, all right, well, it's good to know what your low point is for vacation.
Wow.
So Sky was
Yeah,
good
really.
at that. So that I will
Wow.
always remember was the worst vacation I ever. I was happy to be home when I got home from
That's
that.
terrible.
But other than that,
Oh my.
they've been pretty nice.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah,
Wow. Well,
All right.
that's a rough one. I guess I don't know. I feel like Brendan's kind of takes the rap to have a whole week in an awful living environment.
Yeah,
I must say the
that's
house I
pretty
stayed in was lovely. I didn't have any qualms about that.
Kayla, I see a bug in your
rough.
corner.
Right.
Where?
Yeah, that way. You see it?
No.
You don't see it? It's crawling away now. No, other side, other side.
Oh yeah. Look at that little buddy.
Get him.
No, he's all the way over there. Go
Your
away.
spider friend.
That's by your window.
I don't actually know if I have a spider friend.
have the other
I like to
window.
keep
He
spiders
actually went away.
in my room
He heard
so
you,
that
Taylor.
they
Oh, he came
they
back.
eat my bugs. No, he's bugging me. Honestly, if I leave it long enough and Titus sees it, he'll go chomping after it.
Ew,
Nice.
He'll try to eat it.
tries to get it. Well, we're at 51
So right.
minutes. Does anyone else want to bring
Right.
anything else up?
Yes. So, this has been fun. I don't know. We for the 20 minutes we actually stayed on topic
Yeah.
on vacation talks.
Listen, we have
And-
fun. We have a good time.
It was an
On
interesting
45,
first
we
couple
talked about everything else.
minutes. Yeah, this is going to be a hard one to find a title for.
Yeah, vacations and Margot Robbie.
Oh,
Bunch of other
That's
things.
good. No, that'll be the name of it. Vacation
Pokemon.
Margot Robbie.
Yeah,
I'll add a
Pokemon.
tag to Margot Robbie.
Yeah, that'll work. That'll probably get people to look at our stuff.
Okay. I'll put her on the tags. We'll just be
She'll actually come and watch it
Margot Robbie's
herself.
not in this. Like, what is-
She'll jump in. She'll just start watching
She'll
this.
jump
She'll be
in.
like,
in full like Harley Quinn like gear.
it's like
you guys
I
talking
turn the
about?
camera. She's right here.
God.
Guest appearance.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
Right. Well.
we call this a night.
All right, guys. Well, it's been real learning about our vacations.
Sure.
And our survival stories.
See y'all
Yeah.
later.
All right.
Till the next time.
Bye.